Positive signals from first day of US-China trade talks have led to the gains in the financial markets. Nikkei is about 229 points, Shanghai has gained 12 points, HSI has gained 563 points, and Sensex at the time gained more than 400 points, but currently also Sensex is trading in the positive. And US futures also point that US will open with a gain. Now, if we talk about economic data, it portrayed weakness. Exports in Germany fell even more than expected, while imports rose against expectations of decline. This will put pressure on the net exports, and which in turn will mean that there will be pressure on GDP, and experts are expecting that GDP of Germany will again fall this quarter, which will officially lead Germany into recession. As interest rates are already very low and fiscal policy can be used to stimulate the economy, and that's why it is being expected that lobby group of Germany is putting pressure on Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, to stimulate the economy of Germany while borrowing. But if we talk about UK got some relief as its economy escaped recession and it increased by 0.3% quarter on quarter. While its GDP for the month of August fell by 0.1% and its industrial production for month of August also fell more than expected, but experts say that 1 month data should not be taken very seriously. This basically means that even though UK has avoided the recession, but figures like industrial production depict that there is a slowdown, and given the risk of Brexit along with trade war, things can become even gloomier for UK ahead. Now, if we talk about Asia Pacific region, it is again expected to witness a slowdown, and according to World Bank, it will grow at the pace of 5.8% in this year as compared to 6.3% last year, pointing weak global demand, fallen investment and exports to be the main reason behind the same. Adding that countries close to China may gain advantage as companies try to relocate themselves away from China towards these nations, but given the competitive advantage of China due to huge system of supply chain, comparatively cheap and productive labor, it will be a long-term process. And for long term, World Bank said that trade war possesses the maximum and biggest risk. Now let's move to the risks which are coming out, and that is happening due to geopolitical tensions. But in a surprising turn of events, the hopes of deal has emerged on both Brexit and US-China trade talk front. In Brexit, the main issue has always been Ireland and Irish backstop, and now it is being prevented the deal for past in quite some time. But now it seems there might be some progress, as Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar told that he had productive talks with British Prime Minister, and within 3 weeks there might be a deal so that Britain can leave Europe with proper deal. Even though Ireland and Britain can come to an agreement, still it's a long way for Boris Johnson, as he will require to pass the deal from EU and then again from his own parliament. Now, this will require a lot of negotiations, but if Irish backstop matter can be sorted, then Johnson may pass the proposal from EU, but it's still difficult to say how things will play out in his own parliament. So, it's progress, but still miles to go. In US-China trade war, it seems that there is a progress, as Trump said the talks are going really well, and he also tweeted that he will like to meet Chinese Vice Premier Liu He. Now, this showed that China hasn't kept its trip short for just one day, and it also increased the probability there might be a deal, as Liu He also stated that he is in a mood to get the deal this time. Now, things have become quite a roller coaster since quite some time, as US firms, US blacklisted Chinese firms, and there was also report that China might keep its visas short. But now all these things are going positive, and its basic main indication is that things won't escalate. So that's enough for the market, and it shows that for a long-term improvement in the trade relations and between relations China and US, the way is getting paved. But it's being right now, and anything can happen and change within a moment in quite some time. So this thing also needs to be carefully. Now, if you now talk about trend ahead, all this shows that economic data is not great, but it's not completely out of hand, and if geopolitical tensions start to subside, then things might improve. Right now, all the impact of tension is something which can change in short term, and sentiment has not gone completely south. So, if things start improving and it looks like the cloud has been cleared, then there won't be need of any stimulus, as change in sentiment will be enough to revive the economy. At fundamental levels, things are still good, as unemployment rate is low, inflation is in control, and it seems it's a perfect stage for economy to get up and run for the boost in the economy. Now, Recent developments are indicating that global powers involved in trade protectionism have started changing their stance, and this might be enough to trigger the economy. As with change in stance, investments will increase, which in turn will increase the productivity, and that production capacity will improve. So by the time all the trade talks is being done and this dust has settled, there will be much higher production capacity and economy will be in very good condition to get a boost and rise at a rapid pace, and we can again go in the boom cycle. But for that to happen, it's very important that there's a trade deal between US and China, and also a positive outcome of Brexit trade deal. Only then this can happen, as that will change the momentum, and more importantly, that time we won't require any stimulus by any government, rather being financial, monetary stimulus or fiscal stimulus. If you like our video, then like, subscribe the channel, and for further videos like this, keep with us.
आपको अगर हमारा वीडियो पसंद आया है तो इसे लाइक करें, साथ ही YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और मोर अपडेट्स जानने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।